I pushed the go live button a little bit late, but that's okay. We're still good. Hi, guys. Welcome into Comic Book Women. We have our full crew back, finally. I feel like we've always been missing a member for the last couple of weeks, so I'm happy to have all four of us here. We are going to be covering Free Comic Book Day, so if any of you were out there just hunting free comics, this is a good opportunity for you to see which ones you missed out on or which ones you scored on, because it kind of goes either way. Before we get started, shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. All the information you'll see put up on the screen tonight is from their platform, so be sure to use the code in the description if you want to try them out for 1 month for only 99 cents. There's TiVo, he's making me laugh in the middle of my spiel. Lords of the Long Box, again, if you guys are not following them, you are missing out. Please sub that channel. Hi, Karen. And shout out to Bird City Comics, our sponsored retailers. We just got back from Short Box Live, which was a massive success. If you have not bought your Boris Karloff #2 Bird City Comics Short Box Live con exclusive done by The Art of Skinner, we have less than 10 in stock. Legit less than 10. So, wow. And it's badass. When you get this thing in person, it's so cool. Okay.
Shout out to our sponsor, Nimesh.
Hi, Nimesh. I miss you. Did you put towels down in the hotel room? Did you lay them down on the floor? That sounded bad. You know what I mean. Did you lay towels down on the floor in the hotel room? He went to another Hyatt, Jen, and he was like, "Oh,
okay." I was like,
"No, I guess you guys need context for that whole conversation." Lucy, when I go to hotel rooms with carpet, I don't like touching the floor because it's gross and all these people's feet a bit on it. So I make a trail of bath towels to my bed so I don't have to step on the carpet.
Oh,
that's reasonable, right?
I don't walk around without shoes in the hotel. No.
Okay, that's what everybody said. They're like, "Lord, just buy slippers," which is the obvious solution.
I don't even I do bring my slippers because I don't like. My friends used to make fun of me because I will take showers with slippers.
So you're not stepping on the rubber thing?
Like, I don't know. Like, I just till I ate shit and then I stop.
I figure they clean the showers, right?
But in hotels, I do like that because I'm a little bit, I guess, germaphobe, and I just think about like all the other people that use. Yeah, I don't know.
For a fun experiment, anybody out there, if you think I'm crazy, next time you're in a hotel with carpet, go down on your hands and knees and just smell the carpet.
No.
I encourage you.
No.
And then you guys will be like,
too
holy
much.
Do it.
That's too much. That's too much. No, don't.
Ignorance is bliss, Jen. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hop on in. Free Comic Book Day. So obviously we already missed this. This happened last week.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
That's last week.
May the 4th.
I mean, that's it's less than a week ago. It's less than 7 days. Yeah, and some stores are still doing it. Some stores are still, if you go into your store and there's still stuff, they'll let you.
Some people still have leftovers. Some stores probably still have leftovers.
Okay, so there you go. We got some fresh stuff to talk about. Free Comic Book Day. What do you think is the appeal to this, Jen?
I mean, originally it was to promote reading and stores because they made a little spot for your store to put a sticker or your stamp on it because it's like a free promotional. Technically, it's never been free. I think retailers pay between 10 cents and 75 cents, depending. I think there was that foil this time that went for more. But it's promotion, and it's supposed to be this joyous thing of everyone being excited for the new stuff coming out.
I kind of feel like it's also to kind of help the stores out. Like you come in to get something free, but as a courtesy, you buy something while you're there. You know, not to say it's not allowed, but walking into a store and just taking a bunch of free shit and walking out, it's kind of not the point of this. And I see that happen a lot. What do you think, Lucy? You worked in a shop.
About what? Sorry, what was that?
What do you think the point of Free Comic Book Day is, other than to promote reading? Do you think they should have to buy something when they come in?
Well, definitely you're promoting your store, first of all, and then to the community that they don't know you have the store. And if you ever advertise a Free Comic Book Day, good, more people will know, if you go to the schools and the way as promoting reading free comics for kids for read, they come to the store, now they'll know you're there. And well, not like Jen said, not only to get kids reading, but or even adults, but to promote your shop. And if you're there, like somebody's gonna like, if they don't read comics, at least they'll like a cover of a book or something, and they'll pick it up. They'll, or even the parents, like they'll take them back to their childhood and be like, oh, I used to like this. And they'll, if it's like $3 or whatever a sale, they'll just pick it up, you know? And well, hopefully in hopes that they will come back, you know? You're muted.
Okay.
Well said. So I was looking at some of the stuff that's being optioned. Sarah, you're up now. I've just pulled a TiVo. He always does that.
Yeah, that's what my understanding of Free Comic Book Day was. Basically, one, to get people into the comic book shops, and then two, to read. Kind of another incentive to get in the comic book shops is to read these different comics that are coming out. And yeah, I mean, I always do that too. I always go into whatever comic book shop I'm going into for Free Comic Book Day. I spend money there, you know, because they're the reason why there is Free Comic Book Day. So, but yeah, and a lot of these shops also have spectacular deals too. So, yeah, I love Free Comic Book Day.
It's a win-win for everybody, right? It is. All right, well, let's just dive straight in. Guys, if you're just hopping in, welcome to Comic Book Women. We are covering Free Comic Book Day 2024, which happened this last Saturday. Oh, look at this. What is happening here, Sarah?
So, I got the assignment to take pictures for Free Comic Book Day. And there are two places in particular in Wisconsin where I go to, northeastern Wisconsin. So the first one we always hit up is House of Heroes. And what I love about House of Heroes, which is in Oshkosh, have you ever heard of Oshkosh Bagosh?
The kid brand?
Gosh. I try to pronounce that, Jen.
So Oshkosh Bagosh, that's
That was good.
So this is one of my favorite comic book shops in Wisconsin, and what these guys do for Free Comic Book Day is you get pretty much everything. You can get one of everything. This year they did like they handed out sheets of paper, and they wrote down, you know, you write down your name and then which comic books you want. And then when you get into there, if there weren't ones that are on the list that you wanted, you get to pick it, and then they put it in a bag for you. So you just like at the end, you know, boop. They also do, and I know a lot of comic book shops do this, where they ask for donated goods, which I think is spectacular for the community. Mm-hmm. So, so House of Heroes, I definitely spent some money there. I definitely got a lot of Free Comic Book Day goodies. In the middle is my husband, Henry, myself in the middle, and my brother-in-law, David. We all stood in line.
That's like creamable, Sarah. You guys look awesome.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. And what I love about, like, they have this this alleyway that you have to wait in. It's all full of art. So it's just really cool. It was a beautiful day in Wisconsin. The second one we went to was Powers Comics in Green Bay. It is actually right behind Lambeau Field, which is really cool. This is where I kind of spent a lot of money. These are the guys who they are actually friends with Jenny Frison. So this is where I get a lot of my Jenny Frisons. This is where I get a lot on Free Comic Book Day. And then the steak is, after we were done, we went to this place called Prime Quarter, which you get to cook your own steaks. And they're like premium steaks. So it comes with like salad bar and all the goodies. But I got like a juicy T-bone steak, grilled it myself. It was a great way to end Free Comic Book Day.
All right, that picture looks like a steak on top of a bunch of books. I thought it was a bunch of books lined up underneath. Can you guys see it, or is it just me?
No, that's a grill.
Like a picture.
It looks like it's on top of books. I'm like, why would they put a steak on all these books? But maybe there's a story.
It looks delicious, though.
It was. Perfect way to end it.
Very nice. All right, let's keep cruising. Oh, Oshkosh, makers of great overalls. That's very true.
Very true.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this looks great, Sarah. Very cool for sharing. I need to get to Wisconsin now. Not just to see you guys, but also to shop. All right, so let's kick off the list. Whose picks were these? I believe these are Sarah's.
These are my picks. So the first one on the left-hand side is The Worlds of James Tynion the Fourth. I had to pick it up because I'm a big fan of him, and also I got to see him at C2E2, so yay! What I love about this book is, and I already read it, is it's got 3 stories in it. One in the beginning is something is killing the children, so you kind of get a little bit of the storyline, and I just love this part where it says, like it has something is killing. I love this part.
Oh, that's cool.
Then, right?
Cool.
And then it also tells you like what books are coming out. This one, I believe it's called Mimetic, is actually coming out in fall. So you get that story, and then you also get The Woods, a little smidget, a little amuse-bouche of James Tynion's work. So I loved it. I got and read it, love it. The Star Wars one, I haven't read it yet, but I love the cover. And so the cover is done by Phil Noto. The writers are going to be Charles Soule and Greg Pak. So a little bit of amuse-bouche, a little, it's French.
You just want to say it. You just want to say amuse-bouche.
Amuse-bouche.
TiVo too, apparently.
The Star Wars one. So basically what it is the gang is going back to Hoth to see if there's any rebel survivors. Also, Darth Vader is looking for Luke Skywalker. And he uses Padme's former handmaiden to help him with the search for Luke Skywalker. So I haven't read this one yet. The cover looks awesome. The story sounds terrific. So those are my picks.
Sold.
Right?
This is awesome. And for $4, so guys, if you got these for free, you could flip them if you wanted to for $4 or hold on to them. Cause like what Sarah was saying, these are good stories. You got really good creators, impressive cover art too. So.
Oh, yeah. It'd be cool is if you can get Mark Hamill to sign the right side, and then
Hayden Christensen
to sign, because
So, go ahead, Sarah.
I was gonna say, so quick thing, Mark Hamill is coming to Fan Expo in Chicago. His signature is like $400.
Damn.
What do you get something with it?
No. Well, you get
you get a memory, Jen. You get the memory.
Right.
Oh, thank you, TiVo.
Thank you, TiVo.
That's this Sunday, you guys. For anybody watching right now, if your mother is still with us, make sure that you do something for her this Sunday. Even if you send her like a little poem or a little chat or a text or something, but pay tribute to your moms.
I think I'm going to make breakfast for my mommy. My mommy has been a little bit sicky lately, so I think I need to do something for her.
Yeah, and they better all cook for you. Sam better pamper you all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that man cooks for me every weekend, so, and during the week sometimes too, but he does cook for me.
That's why we love him. All right, moving on.
That's I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I'm a little bit pissed off at your fines, Sarah.
Well, wait,
like, what the actual hell? Why didn't you call me and go, hey, Laura, I found you Seduction of the Innocent. Hey, Laura, I found you Elephant Man. Like, why didn't you call me? You just like bought them and kept them?
Well, some of these are not mine. Some of these are so
yes,
let me start. I'll start off with the ones that are mine. So so 2 of these are mine, and one of them is X-Man #1. And Jen knew I was looking for this. This came out in 1995, and the reason why I picked this one was it's the first appearance of X-Man, son of Scott Summers and Jean Grey, which it was conceived through medical procedures by Mr. Sinister. So kind of like that storyline. Plus, it was $1, and I got it for 80 cents. Woo.
Wow.
The 8 Billion Genies, that's a second printing. I got that one. It was $1. That too I got for 80 cents.
Nice.
Amazing, right? Elephant Man was a cover book. This is Elephant Man number 42. And the cover art, of course, is by the wonderful Jenny Frison. This came out in 2012. This was a wall book, and they were doing 25% off wall books. How could you not pass it up? So those three are. We went to another shop, not on Free Comic Book Day, but on Sunday, and I've been corrupting my brother-in-law David, and he was looking at some wall books, and he got Hack and Slash. This is a very rare find. This is a Jenny
That's
Prison,
so cool.
right? And then, of course, the amazing Dan Stevens. He was looking for an investment book, and David is very new to the comic book collecting, and so he wanted to know what to invest in, and we were like, oh well, you can invest in like the first appearances, and he's like, well, I don't really know like comic book heroes, blah blah blah. So the comic shop owner or the comic shop helper said, why don't you? This is guy, he's hot, he's a classic artist. So he picked up that.
Awesome. I'm super jealous. Dave Stevens is like impossible to find right now. When we were in Chicago, I was trying to find anything Stevens. I found a Rocketeer, but like there wasn't a lot left.
We'll talk afterwards.
Deal.
Yeah, I think so too, Jay. Like Golden Age, Silver Age, those kind of characters that he knows too. Like just tell him, like, hey, look, characters that you know, try to find, some of this stuff.
Yeah, agree. And then They Call Me Bruce is saying that he got all the covers of Blood Hunters, which I think is going to be one of those books this year that everybody's gonna be kicking themselves for not buying at the get-go. So if you haven't bought an issue 1 of Blood Hunters, I would recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going. Next up. Oh, these are my picks. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I didn't have time for this. I was at a con. I was busy. I didn't have time to go out and find free comic books. But if I had gone out and if anybody has extras of these, I would buy them off of you, whatever, because these are the two that kind of piqued my interest. On the left-hand side.
That one? I was like, when you send those two, I was like, oh, man, those look good.
I had a feeling that you were to go for the stories from the Atlas one. I was like, I'm going to beat her to it. I'm like, I text faster. So Romeo versus Juliet. So that's where you have like these notorious lovers just dueling with each other, which is very neat. They're trying to protect a border town. Juliet's pregnant. It's an interesting twist to that very classic Shakespearean story. So I was like, yeah, fucking sold. On the right-hand side, that is kind of a compilation of these really cool pre-code stories that they're kind of bringing back. Who was the cover artist on that one? Hold on. I know this. I don't know who the cover artist is, but I think it's really neat. It includes Stan Lee and Joe Minelli's satire on anti-comics crusader Frederick Wortham. It has The Raving Maniac, The Clock Strikes, and Where Monsters Dwell. So if any of you got a hold of that, I want it. I thought that was a very cool take on Free Comic Book Day to kind of go back and pay tribute to our Golden Age stuff. So these are my two picks. Both of them are going for $4 roughly.
Wow.
Lucy, aren't these the best picks ever?
I hate you for it, but whatever. Just kidding.
It's pretty good, right?
Yes, and yeah, I was like, no, I should have looked faster.
I honestly thought you were doing Kanto. I really did. I thought that was going to be your pick.
Yeah, but no, I went and pick something else.
Actually, it should have been Jen's pick. Aren't you Philip? What, are they Filipino?
We actually, it was in Kanto, and it was Turning Red. And Lucy and I did that Turning Red.
Yeah, we did that little review, yes. And Turning Red is Chinese. So, girl, racist. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Whoopsie daisy. And it's a blonde in a red dress. You guys know I love that. So that's like.
Is it red or orange? It looks orange to me.
That's red. If you think Golden Age books, it's always red. They had very limited ink options. So it's always red, green, yellow, blue.
Teenage.
Oh, you're welcome. Yay, you got it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you got it. Hold on. Can I put you on the big screen real quick?
Yeah.
I asked permission because I know that Jen hates this, but here we go. Cool. Can you open it for me?
Yeah.
This is 32 pages, right?
Wow.
So it's like a thick. Cool.
Oh, it's thick. She's thick. Yeah. Got all sorts of stories. Like,
dude, that's awesome. For free.
Yeah.
You guys, it's for free.
Yes.
There's
Very cool.
Pascal the Rascal.
Yeah.
Pascal the Rascal. Nice.
Like
Those are my picks. Moving on.
Nice.
moving on.
Wait, hold on. I'm curious. Jen, if you had to pick either the left or the right, which one would you have picked?
I pre-ordered these both. But
That's not-
reading wise, I think reading wise, I'd probably go for Romeo versus Juliet. But collecting, like wanting to have it, the Atlas. Both.
I like how she said at the end, both.
Jay, we just talked about that earlier. Yeah, it's definitely not free for the LCS. So while you're in there, buy a book, support your store, let them keep having the ability to do this. And the only way they can is if you're supporting them. So moving on. Whose are these?
These are mine. I didn't think that I was this soon. So Flash Gordon from Man Caves on the left. Is it Dan? How do you say his name? It's like that long. Pazanian? Dang it, Posani. I can't say it right.
That's good. Yeah.
That's good.
He just did the Dick Tracy one for. Oh shoot! He did the higher ratio for Dick Tracy.
Dan Scotti?
No, Dan Pep. Oh shit!
It starts with a P, huh?
Panosan.
Pisana. Pananos. I don't know.
And normally he does he's really good. Like he does the ladies really well, but I thought he did Flash Gordon.
Panoshinan. Thanks, Arizona. That's helpful. Panoshinan.
Yes. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Both. Thank you, Planet Arizona Comics and Nimesh. That's that guy. Did this cover for Flash Gordon from Mad Cave. I'm super excited to read it. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. And so that was it was between this.
It's cool to see Flash Gordon and Dick Tracy all kind of coming back. It's neat. I'm excited about it.
And hopefully Kit Walker Phantom.
That wasn't brought up at the Lunar event, was it?
Maybe some Mandrake. Right, some Mandrake. Anyway, and then maybe. on the right hand side, it's the Turtles. I haven't had a chance to read this one either, but I really want to. It's the first appearance of the Night Watcher, and I know Turtles. I don't know if you guys all know, but it ended with 150, and they're re-kicking it back off with Jason Aaron. And Turtles. How do you not like Turtles?
No, and how do you not like the introduction? I mean, would this be considered a first appearance?
I think it is, and I think it's Junie. Did the cover.
It depends if you consider previews and Free Comic Book Day first appearances, which I think most collectors would say that they are.
But some collectors don't like Free Comic Book Day books. They don't count them.
Why?
Because
if I heard an argument. Huh?
Because they're kind of previous on some of them, no?
No, some of these books are the one that we just showed you. That's the 32-page issue. That's bigger than a regular comic. These are legit comics with legit artists working on them. I don't know why they don't count just because they're free.
That's what I wanted to know too. Is what is the difference? What is the difference?
I think. Well, see, it's because I think some of them are a preview or I don't know, a prequel, I guess, not so much as a preview, but yeah, they should count because if it's I don't know.
Because remember, was it last year?
Yes,
or 2 years ago?
Yes, they should count. You see, they're distributed by publishers still. Yes,
there was a Judgment Day for X-Men, right, or Avengers,
and
it was the first appearance of Blade's daughter.
Oh yeah, that was last year. 2 years ago?
I think they do count. Some people do count them because I remember one of the Spider-Mans. I can't remember. Was it an Avengers one? And they were saying that was that was the first appearance of something. I can't remember. So people do count them. Maybe just the ones the stuck up ones they won't. And there you go, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have that, Bruce. I have the Free Comic Book Day for Umbrella Academy.
I'm so jealous. I love that show.
I do, yeah.
I love that book too.
Cool.
What does it say? Before we continue, I want to thank everybody who's here, 45, watching us right now. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do give us a thumbs up. And after the show, please give us a comment to help us with the algorithm. let us know what you picked up for Free Comic Book Day and what you wish you had picked up and you didn't.
Oh, nice. I like that question.
Amen, sister. All right, $4 raw for the Flash Gordon and a TMNT, who is the Night Watcher, is going for about $7. So that's our leader so far in regards to the aftermarket value.
Jen, Adam was asking, have you read? I'm assuming he's trying to say if you read Gordon Flash Gordon yet.
I haven't.
Is it worth picking up? Anybody who has read it?
I still need to read both of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then these are my pickups that I got from the stores that I visited.
Yeah.
It kind of ranges from like 10 to 15 centers on the left. And then on the right, just some more modern stuff that I was kind of surprised to still find.
Same image. I didn't have to work, but I didn't pick up anything. I was busy.
And then I found something there also.
Oh. What?
Anyway.
What'd you find for Sarah? That was.
Oh, you have to show it. Come on. If I found the Rifleman,
I won't put you on the big screen. Okay.
I don't know. It makes
a little controversial.
It's a little controversial.
You know, but here's the thing: is
Superman, my dying wish is to know your secret identity, and you say you're Clark Kent. It's a lie. So he's crying because it's Clark Kent,
and he's holding his pillow. And the way, so do you think this was done on purpose, or do you think it was? That's what we were trying to figure out, intentionally or unintentionally.
I say unintentionally because they added those bubbles, and then he's like, "That's I don't know."
I think it's an accident. I think it's just harmless. Like he's just upset. I think
so. And then us dirty-minded punks, you know. We think differently. Oh.
I'm gonna go with Yee here. I think that the stance that Superman has is pretty like
like checka.
Yeah, like it's the body language, and I feel like it's not like kids doing these and we're like, oh, the kid didn't know. These are adults drawing these fucking things. They know what they did. They know why they drew it that way. They think it's fucking funny. They're probably all laughing as they submit it into Marvel.
True. Right? That's some shit Disney will do. Yeah.
It was a grown adult drawing that. Who was the cover artist?
That one I'm not sure.
Sarah, I'm not sure either on that one, but I just know it's controversial. It's the same thing, you know, I keep saying it, the Rifleman, we saw an actual copy of it. That too, if you've ever seen that cover.
Fucking intentional. That was intentional.
Or is it unintentional?
How could that one not be
I mean, come on, like right away, as an adult, they're like, yeah, like Laura said, an adult wrote like
that. You're more innocent. You're more innocent back then. It was what? That was
what?
50s.
You were not. You think men were more innocent in the 50s, 60s than they are now?
They were more conservative. They were more conservative, but doesn't get you from like people having perverted minds.
I don't think it was done maliciously, though. I think people probably just thought it was fucking funny, and they're like, "Oh, this is funny. This will get printed. Nobody will ever know that we thought this." You know, it's like an inside joke type deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Real quick, Brett. Phantom Kitwalker was my first intro into comics because it was in the Sunday
it was
paper.
The 90s. You see?
So.
No, remember in the Lion King where I think it's Simba like falls down and all the little what do you think those things that fly in the sky, the flowers?
Yeah, the dandelions.
Blow on them. Dandelions. They go in the sky. It spells sex out of dandelions.
Did you pause it? Did you see it yourself?
I didn't realize that till as an adult.
I really
noticed it as a kid. I never.
It's only for a split second, but he like lays down, and then these guys are like, "I'm gonna make it spell sex." You know, these are adults working on this film. They probably thought it was fucking hilarious.
You know that reminds me of is.
Well, see, it was like 80s, 90s. Yeah.
Was it Fight Club where he would splice in a scene? Remember in Fight Club? No.
I can't remember.
What do you mean splicing a scene? I don't remember. I remember Fight Club.
In Fight Club, one of them like worked at a theater, and he would like splice in like an adult.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, like a split second of like a porno. It's like boom, then it's gone.
Was just kind of like, and I think some kids started crying.
Oh man. Anyways, let's keep going. So these are Jen's picks. These are awesome. I think the sugar spike's really cool. I'm looking at the Sergeant Fury, but I'm curious what the condition is. I couldn't tell from here.
I didn't know that Dick
I know.
Tracy was a Chicago hero. I didn't know that. I found that
Was
out
he really?
on Saturday.
Oh, that's cool.
That Gould, the guy who created worked downtown.
Cool.
I had no idea. And then it was really fun getting the X-Men ones because that's one that is starting to kind of baby rise because of the X-Men 97. And because I went to go
That's
check
the
out,
first appearance of Bastion.
yeah, cameo in first. So I went to the front and I gave it to him, and it was $3 each. And he looks down, he's just like, and I was like, what?
Right.
And he's like, nothing. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, he probably knew as soon as he saw it. He was like, "Shit."
Yeah.
I only that store is a very big box chain, and they have usually have a lot of employees, and they're to me they're really like well put together. So if you can find something that they miss, that's where I'm like, I just like that, just because if they were smaller, then I probably would have told the guy. But
Captain Planet's a Fantastic Four homage, right?
yeah, that's why I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Or is it a swipe? That would be an homage. Right? If you want to bring this up again, that would be an homage.
She's not on purpose. Oh, I think
That's
he sent
stirring
me
the pot.
something. Somebody sent me. Was it you, Agent H? Oh, who's the one who sent me? It's like, you need to send this to Laura, and I forgot. But it's
What
like
is it?
a homage. Oh, it's a. I have to look for it. I screenshot it so I can send it to you, and I forgot.
I'm glad that I mean so much to you and that I'm on your mind all the time.
Are you guys
Whatever.
curious about the Highlander with Henry Cavill?
Huh?
I totally forgot about that.
How'd you forget about it? He's gonna be an immortal. They're gonna have sword fights.
That's.
I haven't thought about it. I saw him in that
fight.
Argyle movie, and I was like, okay, Henry, let's talk. Henry, we need to sit down. But that Argyle movie was terrible.
Was it really?
The TV show was so cool because there can be only one, and then there's lightning, and but Lucy,
You know, there are movies too.
What?
Did you know the movies?
What, Jen?
you were laughing at the sword fight.
No, I said I want to see his sword fight.
Yeah, you're seeing we're perverts and we're a panel of women and our minds are in the gutters. I want to see a sword fight too, though.
I hope they redo that song. Do you guys remember the song from Highlander?
Hey, it's Henry. Come on. I mean,
There.
Anyway, sorry.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I cry. I almost cry when they announced that he's gonna have his girlfriend's pregnant. I was like, oh,
Wait, what?
Who?
His girlfriend is pregnant.
Henry Cavill's girlfriend is pregnant. She's
Yeah.
pregnant.
Yes.
I picture him being too honorable to have sex without being married. I picture him being like,
I
no,
just
we
thought
have
he
to
was
wait.
still a virgin. I don't know.
Right. In my mind, he is. I feel like that's a false rumor. Whatever you heard isn't true.
Aaron and They Call Me Bruce. Yes.
Yes.
See, I'm like that kid in the pillow quote.
You wish you were the kid in the pillow.
And then Henry Cavill, like, I'm sorry. I'm like,
Oh my God. Moving on. Lucy, these are your picks. Because I took the good ones.
Well, One Piece. I love One Piece. I like that every year, like they have like one anime, like free comic book day or something like that, and like One Piece. Now after they released the what is it called? The live action. I just feel like this one will be one that people are, looking forward, and I really like the anime. I got into it late, compared to a lot of people. What was it? 2 years ago, I think, is when I started watching it. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the live action. So picking up this for free, it will be awesome. I didn't go, but yeah. Heather, we need to go and look for this. And I like, they always kind of add like an extra story, but I don't know. I think on this one, I don't know if they did add or not to a different book. Kind of like the what is it called? Demon Slayer. They had the Zoom. It was Zoom, which is also like they did an animated version of that show. I'm trying to. Oh, we didn't. I don't think we did. We finish it. They did the anime, and it was really good. And they did an animated version. It was horrible. But yeah, and then Witches of Brooklyn. I didn't look much into this, but I just kind of like I mean, witches. I like
That's cute.
witches. I like reading, and it just kind of seemed like a kid friendly. Also, so that's these two. There were like some of the ones that I kind of like. I was, I'm like, I wish I can pick these up. And plus, Laura's picks, and then also, well, I didn't add it, but me and Jen were like, oh, Turning Red and Encanto.
It's a bonus.
Oh, okay then. Jen had to add it. But yeah, $4, selling them, I guess it's not so bad. But if you can just go and look around kind of comic book shop, if you can get them for free and then buy something to support that store, why not? So
even like bouncing boards or boxes or something.
There's always something you can buy. I mean, a book, $5, and you get
when you go to a con and you're like digging at a booth, after like a few minutes, don't you feel like, okay, I better buy something, otherwise I'm an asshole?
For that, my first big con last year, yes, I didn't look through because I got overwhelmed. I didn't look through a lot of places, but the ones that I did, and I was there for a while, I did bought something from them.
I have to buy something, otherwise I just look like I'm just sitting here like messing around.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't. That's the thing. I will say younger, and I do it now still too. But I feel like if I get to that point where I've been digging for a while and I haven't found anything for myself, I start to think about other people and go, who would like something?
Oh, that's
and
nice
then even if it's $1, like I still gave them $1, and I can like.
Yes, Bruce, it does.
Yeah, just to buy something because you've been staying there. I don't know.
James, what do you mean you don't like which one?
I know it's
or witches?
The Encanto of the Encanto.
Oh, the Encanto.
It's like a magazine, sorta, but not.
I don't like. Okay.
So like Turning Red is on one side, and then Encanto is on the other, but it's magazine size.
Prayer for the
Well, it's really thin and kind of flimsy, so you have to be. It's not.
Yeah, I've got spine ticks already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was done intentionally so that this would end up in the hands of kids, not flippers and collectors? Because kids probably want the bigger art pages, and the magazine's easier for them to hold and all that jazz.
Probably. Yeah. Oh my God, Heather! Yes, the Artist Alley, like we're the ones we have.
Yes.
Oh man!
When they're like watching you, like, do you hate my art? Why aren't you buying something? I think I actually did that in Chicago. I bought some random person's art books because I felt like a dick for like standing there talking. Remember that?
Yeah.
I forget who they were, but
just don't make eye contact.
Or you leave and you go before you leave, you say, that's really cool stuff. And then you just kind of walk away.
And they're like, not cool.
You know what? We the last con that we had here at the hangers things that it was freaking hot. I bought some of the art things that they have, those big ones, and because on some of them, like I felt bad, and I remember not seeing many people buy from that person, and I remember like I bought like few of them. It was like Totoro, like things that I like anyway. So I was like, but I felt bad that it's like I'm like, dang, nobody's buying from them. Like I should just go buy something, make them feel that,
And maybe that one little purchase that you made kind of revigorated them to get back into because I feel like it's very easy to get kind of like depressed and disappointed when you're not getting a lot of sales. So if you can be that one person that rejuvenates them.
Yeah. And you're like,
but if you can just walk through Artist Alley and just look at the tables and don't look at them, when one speaks to you, then you can go up to them and not feel bad.
Hey, just pretend like somebody's calling you. I'll be back.
I'll be right back. Sorry, my husband's calling.
You know what? I remember this lady, like on one of the cons, like she was a voice of the gummy bears, and I was talking to her and I was like, oh my God. But then she started like telling me about selling some insurance shit. I was just like,
oh no.
You gotta go.
She's all, do you have Progressive or Geico? I can save you 20% on your car insurance. And you're all, shit, Sam's calling. Anyways.
So the Encanto on the left, it is, remember, it's flimsy, it's oversized. So actually a lot of stores that I went to just didn't order it when they found out it was going to be oversized. And is inside, is there things to do? Because when I looked into the Encanto thing, it's a graphic novel coming out.
Sarah has it. Sarah Hassan.
I have 3 of them.
Dang.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the move. Being a Golden State, make a phone call.
Right? Or
Man,
just
do
be
we
like,
all do
or
this?
just be like, I gotta shit my pants. Like I gotta. Like,
I'll
dang,
say
my
that. I'm gonna
stomach
shit my
hurts.
pants. Sorry, I gotta leave.
Yeah.
right? See, and they'll never see you ever again.
Well, yeah, because you just made it uncomfortable for everybody now. It's like
Right? So
you're no longer just uncomfortable. Now they're uncomfortable, and it's
They
perfect.
do not want to talk to you. They're not gonna be like, "Hey, how did it go?"
Yeah, there's just stories in here.
If I was an artist, I will pretend that I got a call too.
Yeah, you're like, actually, I'm busy now. What's the other one? Unico Awakening? I have no idea what
So
this is.
the Unico on the right hand side is I have a coworker that this was like they wanted this really bad and they weren't able to go out, so I grabbed it at a shop for them. And then when I they were talking to me about it, and I looked more into it. So Unico is a 1980s. There's like 2 or 3 films from 1980s that's about this character Unico. And if you want to, you can see it for free on Tubi. Go to Tubi, type in Unico. It's very 80s. Watch the one that's not. I think the Island one from 83 is second, and then the one from 81 is the first one. And then I found out that Unico is actually a manga from the 70s.
Oh, nice.
So it was a manga in the 70s. It got made into cartoons in the 80s, and this is basically a retelling of that for the modern. Like they updated the art, and it's just a retelling of that original story.
That's cool.
And I kind of wondered through accidentally deep diving. I'm like, okay, 70s. When did My Little Pony come out?
Of course you did, Jan.
Wait, when did it come out? The 80s?
No.
So I was like, it came out in the 80s, and so did the Care Bears. So, because I watched part of the Unico on Tubi from 1981, and as I was watching it, I was like, there are aspects of like, did the ponies take this from Unico? But then I had to stop. I had to go to bed. So
It was 3:00 in the morning, and you had to wake up the next day.
Oh no!
But it seems like a very wholesome, it's a very wholesome thing, and I would just implore anybody to, if you have some time and you feel nostalgic for the 80s cartoons, Unico on Tubi, it's free.
I need to check it out.
These are both good picks to bring in some kids into the hobby if you have kids that might want to try comic books. So, all right, what? Okay. Enon Universe. Somebody came up to our booth because we had Hector Tronic did ours. It was like a purple one. He's like, "This is the free comic book day one." I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "No, it's not." He's like, "I'm pretty sure this is the free one." I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's not." Like him and I went back and forth for like 5 minutes. I'm like, "I'm telling you, this is not the free comic book day one." I'm like, "This is for our store." He's like, No. That's the free one. And this is what he confused it with. And I don't see the similarities. I'm like looking at the both of them. I'm like, Anyway.
And then, so these are just ones that we couldn't, there were over 40 free comic book day comics. So we couldn't include all of them in the show and like recap all the prices. But the majority of them are in that like $2 to $4, sometimes $7 like price range. But these are like the notables, right? So in Energon, I don't know if you guys want to, actually, I would say if you are a G.I. Joe Transformers fan, you should read this. There's a Baroness twist. That's probably saying too much. So there's that one. Then Doctor Who, that's the first appearance of the 15th Doctor in comics. That's pretty cool. Ultra Duck, I found out is like a French thing. And I'm like, well, now I have to deep dive, but I didn't have time. And then on the right, I think it's Dan Moore, but I'm not positive. It was a foil. I thought it was really cool because it's Superman falling and there's like blood coming out. If you like can like
let me see.
So just notables. Interesting.
All right. Good
Thoughts?
stuff.
You guys want to read Ultra Duck?
No,
I didn't see it. I didn't see Ultra Duck anywhere. So
I think a lot of the indies got ordered low, and the ones that were super prominent, even like I went to one store and they gave me, without even having to choose it, they're like, "Here's these 3, and you can pick any other ones you want." And I was like, "Wait, what?" So I got the Marvel ones. I got the Blood Hunt, and then the Universe one. So I was like, and then I looked at their stacks, and they so all like the big titles they ordered a lot of, and then the smaller ones kind of got relegated. And he told me that. I was like, oh, do you have any Johnny Quest? And he's like, we didn't order very many and they're all gone. And I was like, oh, okay.
I saw the Johnny Quest covers too. I was like, those are going to be sold immediately. And I think they basically were. I agree with King of Golden State, though. That Superman cover is pretty sick. That's an interesting way to see him.
Falling.
It looks like he's surprised. He's bleeding. He's all like, what the heck just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like it.
Would Bird City do a Johnny Quest? I wonder, would they let you do the Dave Stevens comic? Like,
Dave Stevens is complicated because the rights of his art isn't owned. We looked into this. It's complicated because it depends on who owns the right for the cover that you're referring to. Because we tried and they told us an homage, yes, but I feel like some artists you really shouldn't homage, and I kind of feel like he's one of them. Like I don't think I could create. I like doing homages. If I'm like, okay, this person can kind of level up and try to, but it's hard to level up to Dave Stevens. It's hard to level up to Turner. Like I feel like Michael Turner covers would be difficult to do too. So I don't know. It has to be done right. I don't like lazy homages. It would have to be perfect with a perfect artist. Like Carla when she did the homage for Olivia, that made sense to me because they were both so good.
Do you think Friesen would do a Dave Stevens homage?
Ooh,
That'd be cool.
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The one that Johnny Quest won with the lady?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's actually the first Stevens cover I have. Yeah, it's super sexy. It's good. Maybe. All right, that was it for us tonight, guys. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you guys were entertained. Hopefully you found something in this show where you're like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to sub to this channel. If you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up. And what Lucy was saying earlier, leave a comment after the fact. Let us know if you picked up anything. And if you didn't, which one on this list that we covered tonight would you have picked? Either way, the interaction's helpful. Girls, anything you want to add?
Did you see Nimesh's comment?
Which one?
Not for Comic Book Day, but have you seen The Creature from the Black Lagoon by Alex Ross?
Oh, yeah.
No.
I haven't. But there's somebody who did a cover. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Alex Ross, but it looks amazing. I'm a big fan of Creature of the Black Lagoon, so I can't wait to read it.
Oh, now I want to see it. Nimesh sent it to me.
Right?
You should check it out.
I just want to, like, I highlighted earlier, but just want to mention that Frank Lamar Jr. earlier said that what an amazing show you guys provide. I know I say that every time I'm fortunate enough to catch you guys live, but it's my fault. You crew is so consistent. Thank you. That means a lot, because I know there's so many YouTube channels out there and who do like cover comics and stuff like that. And not to, but I mean, our show is very unique.
That's true.
I don't know. I know, like, I mean, 4 women in the panel, and not only that, but, I don't know.
4 women who know their shit in comics. Let's put it out there.
That's how it should be named.
Right?
Why don't we rename the show instead of Comic Book Women? 4 women who know their shit. Follow us on YouTube.
Right?
Yeah.
It's catchy. We can make shirts, all that stuff.
Right?
And
Sarah,
with the drama free.
Yeah, it is drama. Well, for the most part.
Most part. We talk shit.
Right. So again, sentiment. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for participating in the chat. We love you all. I hope you guys had a wonderful free comic book day. And show us your pics. Hashtag us. Tag
Show us your pics.
Show us
No,
your pics.
she means like
Show us your pics. I don't know what she meant.
Send them to Laura.
Okay.
Yeah, show us your pics, guys. We want to see your pics.
No, don't show us your pics.
Show us all your pics.
Show us your books.
Your books. Show us your books. Again, we love you. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for coming in. Again, you know what Lucy said. Please like, subscribe, and share us out to anybody who loves comic books. If you know somebody who's into comic books like me, I just started off a couple years ago, and I started watching these ladies, and they're awesome, and I'm so honored to be on this show. So Love to you guys. Love to you guys. And love to all of you guys.
Wait, hold
Love,
on,
love,
Bruce.
love.
I'm like, shit. Did you?
When?
Was I supposed to sign it? Shit, I don't.
He said kidding.
Oh, I'm like, I've had people do that before, and I've always think they're kidding. 'Cause it's like you don't want me to ruin your book, but yeah, post it tomorrow. All right, guys, we're out. Have a good night. Thought he was serious.